Hey guys, Civilord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at one of the worst cartoon characters of all time, if you ask me anyways, in the Masters of the Universe Origins Cartoon Collection, Orko. Oh god, people really wanted this figure. That said, this is of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel, and before I get too far ahead of myself, the main reason I bought this is because Orko's a main character. If he was a Filmation original side character from like 2 episodes like Fangman was, oh hell no, I wouldn't have bought this guy if you paid me. So yeah, there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, because this guy, in my opinion, is way more annoying than Scrappy-Doo. And I know a lot of people really don't like Scrappy-Doo, so you know what? Sue me. I'll die by that sword. I have no problem with that. 2000X Orko? That's a different story. So maybe someday we'll talk about him, but for now we're talking about this little dipstick. So why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all he has to offer in terms of accessories, because surprisingly, he comes with the most. I mean, he is the smallest, so he should come with something, but he comes with the most stuff. So he comes with a mini-comic and a pamphlet, which is kind of useless because really I think you can only take his head off in his hands. But he also comes with this amulet, so he can be like Flava Flav, I guess. Yeah, boy! And then he also comes with a beard and an alternate head here. So you can reenact that episode where Skeletor sends him to Earth and he joins ZZ Top. I'm kidding, of course. That's just Overlord Productions headcanon. This is Uncle Monty parts. So you can double up on this figure if you are a nincompoop and have completely lost your freaking mind and make an Uncle Monty figure. Will I be doing that? Maybe. Uncle Monty is a little cooler than Orko because he's not Orko. That is at least one thing he has going for him. But other than that, he's like Orko's uncle, so he's guilty by association. Let's face it. So, taking a closer look at Orko here. It also looks like they did not paint the eyes straight. Which, let me take his hat off so you can see that better. Did they paint the eyes straight, or are they crooked again? Because the last Origins one had crooked eyes. If this one has crooked eyes too, they should just stop making Orko figures with eyes and just make Orko figures with no eyes. Like, what the heck? Can't even do that right. What is the point at the end of the day? So, there you go. There is Orko without his hat. I will say, the hat being on a ball peg, a double ball peg no less, allows you to get some personality out of him. I think that's kind of fun. But, it's still Orko, and Orko sucks. So, there is that. Let me see if I can get this back on. It's a little tricky. It doesn't really snap in either. It just kind of sits in there. But you can shift the hat forward, make it look like it's popped over his face. Or you could pop it back and reveal more of his face, which is kind of nice. So you can actually see his face. What little face he's got. And then of course his head itself is on a double ball peg, and his little scarf likes to shift around on you. His arms will move out, back down. I don't think these come out. No, they don't. They're just in there. It does feel like his torso is, yeah, it's hard plastic. But his arms will move forward and back. They'll go out, back down. He does have the single jointed elbow with rotation, swivel hinge wrists, which I think his hands could probably pop out. Yeah, they pop out pretty easy. So they could have given him like swappable open hands or something a little more expressive, because once again we got grip hands and nothing to put in the damn things. He does have a little bit of articulation here. You can lean him back and forth on the stand as well as rotate him. That's fine. And then the base does turn for what it's worth. A little tight though, so I'd probably just leave it. Yeah, that's Orko. I never cared for this character. I don't get what people see in this character. He's got an annoying-ass song that makes me want to shove pins in my ears, especially at the end of, like, 80% of Pixel Dan's videos about MOTU classics. I mean, seriously, he had to use that frickin' song. shoot me. Either way, if you like Orko, you're probably going to like this figure. If you hate Orko, don't waste your money. Save it for someone more worth it like Grizzlar, who we will be looking at tomorrow. So, with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is Orko. You want me to call him good old Orko? Fat chance in hell of that happening. Alongside the other characters available in this cartoon collection wave, we have the mighty Grizzlar and Fangman, a Filmation deep cut that I very much appreciate. And, well, let's face it, these two look like they're going to kick the snot out of this little bastard, so why don't we get them out of here? Because they have these things called legs and fully developed arms. That said, got our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith, right there. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone because he's not a little shite stain like Orko. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while I still say that Orko here is by far one of the worst cartoon characters of all time, I mean, seriously, I hate this guy more than most people hate Scrappy-Doo, and I know that's a bold statement, but you know you're watching Overlord Productions when you hear some hot takes like that, am I right? At the end of the day, he is still a main character from not only Filmation, but also the Masters of the Universe mythos, so if you got He-Man, you gotta have Orko, and at the very least, you can give him the cool ZZ Top beard, so he's at the very least a little less lame. But at the end of the day, he still sucks. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.